Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Double Take Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan, and to the left of me is Marissa. Listen, guys, this is a sports podcast, but I'm trying to mix it up. You haven't heard our voices in what, a week? You're missing us. You're craving it. Listen, some of you don't even listen to sports, and you listen to this damn podcast. You know why? Because you come for the gossip. You come for the life advice. And I had an
That's
epiphany
me.
today, Marissa, at Walmart. I had an epiphany at Walmart where many of my epiphanies happen.
Okay.
I rediscovered. Okay, listen, the two greatest singers of all time. There's no debate. Number one is Lionel Richie.
Oh,
You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot listen to fucking Hello without literally having an emotional breakdown, and you cannot listen. It's a scientific fact. You cannot listen to All Night Long and frown. I'll just hum the melody and you'll smile. We're dancing in the streets. Let the rhythm, like, it just gets you moving, right? So Lionel Richie's the GOAT, hands down, right? So fuck this, fuck Lil Uzi Vert, fuck these new artists. I'm telling y'all, Lionel Richie. Listen, you got a girl back, you got a girl, put a little Hello on. And then number two, some people might not even know who the fuck this is, because his main demographic is divorced single white women. But he's one of my I unironically love this guy, Barry fucking Manilow. You've definitely heard one of his songs, "Can't Smile Without You." That's one of his songs.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Go for it.
When you texted me this shit earlier, for a split second, I was like, "What? Wait, what?" And I fucking Googled. And I was like, okay, shit. Like I've definitely heard this shit. Yeah, but like just off the name, I was like, wait, who the fuck is he talking about? Because I was just thinking like sports related. So I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, Barry White. He's the nose tackle for the fucking Eagles.
Yeah.
No, but Barry Manilow is just really that guy. Fucking Copacabana, Looks Like We Made It, and my favorite one is, and I'm ready to take a chance again. Ready to put my, like, he just touches me on an ethereal level. Like, I don't know why I love his music so much. I'm like an unironic fan of his. Okay. So we know those two are the GOATs, right? So what I'm trying to make a point is, fellas, Marissa, we know men ain't shit. It's a scientific fact, right? And I think the reason is the music they listen to these days is like, I love it. I love The Weeknd, but he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill myself while getting my dick sucked. You know what I mean? Like, it's like R&B these days is so depressing. It's so bad. He's like, yeah, I got a mental illness and I'm gonna fucking cure it by doing a pile of cocaine off these 3 chicks, and it's gonna be a threesome. And oh, by the way, they have a kid and he needs money. It's like, it's just depressing ass fucking R&B. So my epiphany. So I was getting into Lionel Richie. I was getting into Barry Manilow, and then I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to in a while. Now I'm thinking about Barry White. Here's why Barry. This is so not fucking sports podcast 5 stars. Barry White he couldn't have been anything else but an R&B singer. He literally had to have been an R&B singer. Like, literally had to have been an R&B. Like, he couldn't have done anything else in his life. That he is what R&B needed, and R&B needed. Like, he is R&B. And I was listening to him, and I'm like, why is he so good? It's because he has that deep ass voice, but he like whispers in your ear before he sings. He's always like, yeah, baby, you know I love you. I love you even till the day I die. Ho 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 now. Like, that's how he goes into it. And I realized, I'm like, fellas, men ain't shit. You know why? Because you're listening to, yeah, fuck that bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat on. Like, no. Fellas, listen. By the way, I just celebrated my 6 months, so I'm a simp now. I'm officially simping out here. But it's okay to be a simp once she's simping for you, right? So this is a problem I think men have, right? You got to be a little bit of a savage to get a girl. You got to be a little bit of an asshole. You got to leave a little room for chase, right? But then after it, what do we want? They want fucking sensualness. And men ain't sensual anymore. And that's why I was thinking, man, stop putting on The Weeknd. Stop putting on fucking. I'm trying to think of Ari Lennox. Future. Who fucks to Future? If you fuck to Future, you're an asshole.
I thought you were just talking about who's listening to Future.
No, like clapping music. So like fucking LA Ma, like great artists. But nah. Next time you get your girl, fucking lay her down, fucking put some Barry White on, and I swear to God, she will make you the best omelet the next day. She will be in love with you. That's how you get a girl in love with you. And like you do a lot of foreplay too. So you let Barry speak because his songs take 5 minutes to fucking start because he's speaking, and he's like whispering that sweet shit to you, like you're my one and only baby. I never thought I could be worthy of a woman like you. And like even I was in Walmart like Barry, yes. So enlighten yourself. Get some Barry White in your life. Next time I see my girl, by the way, happy 6 months to me. I know I already said that, but happy 6 month, god damn it. We're not seeing each other for a week though, so she got finals and I need to work this weekend. But yeah, that's my advice of the day. Not sports related, but put on some damn fucking music back in the day just hit different. Not saying it was better, it just hit different. And I'm telling you, fellas, stop with this ratchet ass. Stop with this fucking this woman hating R&B, bro. Put some Barry White on. Fucking romance your bitch. Romance is not dead, Marissa.
To their defense, though, that's like the bulk of most of my playlists that I listen to on the daily. Like it's all Future. It's all bullshit. I love it. But you know what? To your point, though, music could be what saves guys today. Because here's my problem. Obviously, we have this podcast. I fucking love sports. Obviously. But my problem is that guys that are up here on, whatever, or just not even guys that I meet on an app, but like just guys in general that I've met, 99% of them don't know shit about sports and have zero interest. It's crazy to me. Like, how do you live in San Diego and you're not even like a Padres fan, like casually? Like, it's crazy to me. And they're like, ridiculous. Yeah, like it's fucking boring. Like, yeah, I don't know shit about football or like baseball. And like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I think I'm trying to remember the comedian. I think Patrice O'Neal used to have a bit about this. He was like, hey man, why don't dudes like football anymore? And it was so true. Because I feel like back in the day, like when I was growing up, everyone fucked with sports. Fucking you were hot shit on the playground if you're good at Madden. And I remember I played Madden 06 on the PS2. I played that game fucking religiously. I knew the entire NFL roster. When I really knew baseball was back in like 2006, 2007, and I played I played 2K baseball, which was better than MLB The Show, in my opinion, back in the day.
Right.
But yeah, so we always talked about sports. That was a big thing. But yeah, guys are soft now, but they're like more like they're more fuckboyish, but they're softer. Yeah. Like they're not like a hard fuckboy. They're like a soft fuckboy, you know? They're eating granola and shit.
I'm literally like, I'm gonna have to meet a dude on fucking Twitter because I know I'm following him because he talks about sports too. Like, it's fucking rough out here. Like, I feel like, especially, I don't know if it's like, well, I don't think it's a San Diego thing, but like, I would think now, especially because like the Padres on the up and up. Like, at least if you're a casual fan, maybe you'd watch more. Right? Maybe you'd watch more now because you're hearing like more buzz about them. But like, yeah, these guys don't know shit. Like, they don't even like kind of know. Like, they're just like they have no involvement whatsoever. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I need to be like, if you're supposed to be my man, we need to be able to talk about this because I can't do it. Like, I will not do it.
Here's the thing with baseball. I get it. I mean, shit, we have more no hitters now than we've ever had, and that I think the game's kind of boring. The reason I love it right now, if you're Padres are the only team right now I feel like is must watch. Like, they're such an exciting fucking team because the bats hit. And they're a very energizing team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most of baseball is fucking boring. I mean, I think I just got an alert right now against the I don't know if it's the Diamondbacks or they're playing against the Diamondbacks. There's a no hitter going on. There's been like 8 this season. There's been like 8 this fuck. It's ridiculous. It's like the most. So I get that, and it's 162 games. I understand baseball a little bit. Baseball is a hard sport to follow.
Right.
But football, 16 games. It's the biggest sport in America. Dude, you tell me you don't watch the Super Bowl? Tell me you don't have an A team. Come on, man.
You're telling me you know nothing about football. You know nothing about basketball. You know nothing about like it's crazy. Like I need a man. Here's my fucking call. I need a fucking man's with like the San Francisco Giants, Warriors, and 49ers fucking trifecta. And like once he's here,
You
we'll
gotta
be
move.
good.
You gotta move to the Bay.
Relocate immediately.
That's a little rough.
That's what I'm saying. I had to find a guy on fucking Twitter. Who's gonna live like 8 fucking hours away. Like, it's stupid.
Or you gotta move to the Midwest.
Yeah, like either way, at this point, the bare minimum is finding somebody that's at least a sports fan, period. If he's like a Padres fan, like cool. If he's a Charger fan, cool. But like, obviously, no LA teams, fuck that. But
Yeah,
you know,
no.
I just need somebody that has knowledge that I can talk to about sports because it's like such a big part. Like, I don't know.
My girlfriend is not a big sports person, but she'll watch the games with me and she's interested in learning. I think that's something you could also look for. But I agree.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like it's different between guys and girls. Like I think guys should be expected to know a little bit about sports. But again, like I said, they're too busy with their fucking man buns, going vegan, doing fucking CrossFit, eating granola, taking it up the ass.
That's like my problem. Like if I could see maybe you haven't followed sports, but at least if you're interested in knowing, but it's like these guys that I'm fucking meeting / talking to are like have zero interest, like would not watch a fucking game. And I'm like, how are you so like what? Like it's crazy.
How are you so beta, bro?
Dude, like how are you?
I have like 8 jerseys.
What do you do? What do you fucking do in your free time? I don't get it.
All I do is listen to fuck sports news all day. Like that's literally my life. So I can't even understand. By the way, speaking of mans, I think I found my mans. Can I show you? Can I show you mans? That's my mans right there. God damn. I'm sorry. His hair's growing back. And I commented on this. I said he's going to throw for 5,000 yards this year. He's going to throw for 5,000 yards. Everyone who's like, what the fuck? 17 games, he's going to throw for 5. Keep in mind, he threw for like 4,400. And he only played 15 games. He's going to throw for 5,000 fucking yards this year. But just, for those of you just listening, you're not going to see this. Go to the Chargers.
I was going to say, wait a minute.
But look, that's Derwin James. But look at this man's. He's yoked as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he got big in the offseason, bro. Like, people be saying, like, oh, they're going to have crowds again. He might not be. Fuck that shit. First off, there's 2 criticisms. One, there's going to be crowds again. I don't know if you saw Monday Night Football. He had ice in his veins. This is the craziest statistic I learned. He was number 1 in the NFL under pressure last year. Not amongst rookies. Number 1.
Wow.
Now he had the worst offensive line, so that happened more often. But better than Brady, better than fucking Mahomes, bro. Like, now imagine him no pressure. He was number 1 with pressure and a lot of it. Now no pressure with that offensive line. So I think he had ice in his veins, man. Like he played some of the toughest competition. And towards the end of the season, they had some fans. Now, I think there will be a learning curve in the first couple weeks. Don't get me wrong. It is a new thing. But dude, the guy played at Oregon. He's played on big fucking stages before. I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. The number 2 criticism is that he has a new coaching system. And that's where I think it's actually in his favor because Anthony Lynn didn't know what the fuck to do with all his talent. They're building around him now. And also, he learned 4 different systems at Oregon. He's a 4.0 biology major. Like, shut up. And also, he's just so hot. Marissa, he's so hot.
I mean,
look at those biceps. My God.
You can't argue with that. You cannot
He's a
argue
unit.
with that.
But no, the reason I want to put this picture is we're in OTAs and we're on the way to training camp. And then you see, dude, I'm telling you right now, the Chargers, the biggest X factor. I'm not worried about Herbert. Herbert's going to have a great season. I'm not worried about Rashawn Slater. He's going to be a solid left tackle. I have questions about the secondary, but the biggest question about that said secondary is Derwin James. If Derwin James stays healthy, we are a playoff team. I'm not bullshit. I think we are a 11-5 team if Derwin James stays healthy. Sorry, 11-6 win team if Derwin James stays healthy. The impact of this guy is just like our secondary is elite with him, even though we don't have I wouldn't say we have elite corners, but yeah. And then, sorry, I looked at this photo shoot, but it's whatever. Let's get to the news though, Marissa, because there's some news. Julio Jones will most likely be traded by the end of the week. I think the Falcons have till training camp because that's when they have to sign their rookies. So Julio Jones should be traded by training camp. And there's a lot of speculation of where he could go. And the Chargers are still in it, surprisingly. Jason Moore, by the way, this was a crazy crossover moment. One of my favorite fantasy podcasts is the Fantasy Footballers podcast. And one of my favorite football shows is the Pat McAfee show. And Pat McAfee discovered who Jason Moore was because of this story. So Jason Moore broke that Julio Jones, like all these teams were interested. And he listed like half the league. I'm not bullshit. He listed 16 teams.
Yeah, of course.
But as my dad said, are you interested or are you committed? I think there's like 4 or 5 teams I think will truly be committed. But anyway, so Jason Moore, Fantasy Footballer podcast, favorite podcast for fantasy news and notes, goes on the Pat McAfee show and basically, they meet for the first time. It was a cool moment. But anyway, he talks about the Julio Jones trade. All these teams are interested. And he said the Chargers, he listed them as like the 3rd highest team in terms of like going to get Julio Jones. Number 3. And by the way, the fact he hasn't been traded yet tells me one thing. No one's offered a first-round pick for him yet. Or they have, but it's a later first-round pick. It's like a 2023 first-round pick. So my thing with Julio Jones, I think if you can get Julio Jones for a first-round draft pick, and you're the Chargers with all that fucking cap space, give up a first rounder. What are you doing? Like, literally, it just seems like Atlanta's waiting for a first round pick. Now, I love Tom Telesco. He's probably coming lowballing him with a second rounder and then maybe come back like a second and a fourth or something, right? But if you can get Julio Jones for 1 first round pick, and it's an $11 million cap hit, Marissa, and you have a quarterback on a rookie contract, that is nothing. Look at what the Browns did with Baker Mayfield. They got him OBJ. He has Njoku. He has 2 backs that, like, honestly, he has 2 number 1 backs. He has an elite offensive line. He has Jarvis Landry. And then look what the Giants did with Daniel Jones. He's got Sterling Shepard. He's got Darius Slayton. And then they got Kadarius Toney on top of the fucking signing of Kenny Golladay. And then even look at Miami. Miami got to Jalen Waddle. He's got Devon Parker. And now he's got Will Fuller. And then look at even Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. Cole Beasley. And now Emmanuel Sanders. Now, granted, they got Justin Herbert, Jared Cook, but they were replacing Hunter Henry. My point being, Marissa, is the reason I feel like the Chargers never truly reach championship level is they don't make championship moves. And getting Julio Jones is 1,000% a championship move. My problem with the Chargers is they just, like, this is the so no-brainer move. Give up a first-round pick. The Rams literally traded all their – they don't have a first-round pick this century. They have no more first. They have no draft capital. And guess what? They could win Super Bowls in the next 2 to 3 years with Matthew Stafford. They're favored in the NFC right now, next to Tampa Bay. Right? That's because they make bold moves. Tampa Bay literally had one of the best receiving cores in the league, and then they said, "Hold my beer." They added Rob Gronkowski, fucking added Antonio Brown. They already had a great running back core. They had Ronald Jones, and then they go and add Leonard Fournette. And they already had that great defense. And now you're probably saying, well, the Chargers, they don't have – but they have that kind of cap space. Tom Brady took a pay cut, and Herbert's still cheaper than that. So my thing is, like, we have all the cap space. Are we really going to save for the future? Like, really, seriously, though. Like, I get if we had to pay Herbert next year. Like, I get that, right? Like, slow it down. But right now, bro, this is – fucking make it rain, bro. Like, no. Are you going to get a receiver as good as Julio Jones in the first round next year? Fuck no. If you get Justin Jefferson, right? Say there's another Justin Jefferson next year. He still won't be Julio Jones. Like, Julio Jones will be a difference maker for the next at least 2 years. Right. And the next 2 years is this year, we make a deep playoff run. Next year, it's Super Bowl fucking time. You even add another receiver. Can you imagine like Keenan Allen, Julio Jones, and trying to think of like a free agent receiver next year. Like imagine like a Julio Jones, a Keenan Allen, and then like an AJ Brown, right? That's a hypothetical. I'm pretty sure he's not a free agent next year. Or Marissa, I am fucking insane here. Okay, ready? Hear me out.
God.
Next year, and we have the cap space to do this shit. Okay, trust me, I've done the numbers. Julio Jones, Keenan Allen, and then maybe we need to go sign a corner. I think we're gonna go sign a corner next year, right? Julio Jones, Keenan Allen, and you're gonna shit your pants when you hear this. Davante Adams.
Oh shit!
Who the fuck are you covering? Who are you covering? And people are like, that's not realistic. But I'm like, Davante Adams wants to play with Keenan Allen, and you can get Julio Jones for a first-round draft pick. And guess what? You don't have to give up draft capital for Davante Adams. You can just sign him.
Yeah.
Dude, give Davante Adams like a $50 million. I don't give a fuck. If you get Davante Adams, you're a Super Bowl. Like, the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl. If you have Julio Jones, Davante Adams, and Keenan Allen, who's fucking with you, bro? You have 3 number 1 receivers. So my thing is, make the trade. Go for it. Like, first off, do we really need Belichick to be good again? Can he not go to New England?
God.
Because I think New England actually is a legitimate threat. With fucking Cam without COVID, you got Jonnu Smith, you got Hunter Henry, you got all those guys come back on the defense. You got Nelson Aguilar, and you got who they get from the 49ers? I forget. But they got a guy. Was it Brandon Ayuk? No.
No.
They got someone else. They got someone else from the Niners. But anyway, but you had Julio. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about all those memes after the draft. Fucking Mac Jones walking up.
Yeah. By the way, apparently Mac Jones has been struggling in practice, but I understand it's Bill Belichick. He doesn't do great with fucking rookies. I mean, he's just an asshole to him. But yeah, so I'm just saying, do we need New England? Because if you give New England the problem is they don't have a legitimate number 1 right now. They got a bunch of 2s and 3s out there and 2 really good tight ends. They're limited on offense, is what I'm saying. You can beat their defense, you can beat them. They'll have a better offense, but they're still very limited. You give Cam Newton, Julio Jones, it's over, man. It's done. They will be back to Patriot shape. I think it's also interesting the Titans. I think Julio's either going to go to the Titans or Baltimore. That's who I'm really feeling, because I think Baltimore also. Sammy Watkins is not a number 1, but I'm feeling Baltimore or Tennessee. And I feel like Tennessee becomes a Super Bowl contender. I think the Ravens already are. I'm just shocked this trade hasn't happened yet, Marissa. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. There's so many teams that will be Super Bowl teams with this guy. I get it, he's 32, and I get it, he's had injuries. But you don't need Julio Jones to win 16. You don't need him all 17 games. If you get like 10 games of him, especially later in the season, you're going to dominate. If you have Julio Jones in the playoffs, even if you sneak in as a fucking wild card. Okay, Chargers, wild card team. You have Keenan Allen and Julio Jones. You're playing the fucking Browns. You need that firepower. Like, just looking at like the AFC, right, which is most likely where Atlanta's going to want to trade him, is AFC, right? You want him out of your conference, right? How is a team, like the AFC is so stacked this year. You got Kansas City, who's great. You have the Bills, who are absolutely stacked. You got the Baltimore Ravens, who, again, are always good. You got the Browns, with probably one of the best rosters in the NFL. You need firepower if you're an AFC team. So that's why I think the Titans makes a lot of sense. I think the Baltimore makes a lot of sense. And people have been talking about, but the Chargers they could make this shit happen tomorrow. Call them up. What the fuck do you want for them? First and a 6th rounder, take it. You give up what you need to get Julio Jones. And you will see me more excited than the Rashawn Slater pick if we get him. You'll see me screaming and smiling and talking mad shit to Raiders and fucking Broncos and Chiefs fans. Like, y'all are done. It's over. Mahomes who? You're done.
The thing is, I feel like for the Chargers, they obviously can't afford to do that. So yeah, why the fuck not? I think, well, obviously a lot of people are skeptical about giving up a first round. That's why the trade hasn't happened yet. But, you know, if you're in a position like the Chargers are, you can't afford that. So fucking do it. Why wouldn't you?
The problem with Tom Telesco is he always wants to get a good deal. And this is not the time, though. You have a rookie quarterback. You have a rookie quarterback you have one. First off, it's not even that you just have a quarterback on a rookie deal. You have a guy who's ready to win a Super Bowl now. You know how rare that is, that a guy comes up first year, lights the league on. Like, Mahomes didn't even do that. Mahomes sat for a year, right? He learned the system and then came out year 2 and won the MVP. He's already put up insane numbers. So get him a Julio Jones. And then next year, fucking get him a Devontae Adams. Let's go. I want to win a fucking Super Bowl in my lifetime. And I don't think Justin Herbert can't do it outside of his rookie deal, but this is the time to win, is in his rookie deal.
Yeah.
So let's send it, boys. Let's fucking go for it.
And like the options are there to get him like the fucking tools that he needs. So fucking do it.
They got the money, man. Go for it.
You have money. You have these opportunities and the players that are available. So fucking go for it.
And they got a great roster already. And they got good coaching. Have you seen Staley? The guy just comes off as like a fucking. I mean, we won't know till week 1, but he just looks like a good coach. That's it on the Julio side. Get ready for that discount double check update. Let's get it. We gotta talk about discount double check. All right. The Packers are holding firm. They are still saying we are not trading Aaron Rodgers. He's not on the trading block. He was in Hawaii with Shailene Woodley, Miles Teller, and Miles Teller's wife. By the way, do you think it's weird in between them? Because I think, what movie was it? I always get him and Ansel Elgort confused. What movie? I think it was like literally, I think it said Kilometers something. They were in a movie where they had some love shit going on. I'm like, do you think it's awkward? Also, does Aaron feel awkward because Shailene Woodley looks like a fucking 15-year-old girl? Let's keep it real. She looks mad young. I mean, he looks youthful, but he ain't. It looks weird seeing him, and it's like, dude, that's your daughter, bro. You need to chill the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so while the funny thing is too, Aaron's laughing because we're all like speculating and shit. Like, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna go to Denver? Is he gonna go to Miami potentially? He's just fucking playing the guitar with a damn man bun. He looks like the average guy you talk to, Marissa.
Yeah, basically.
Man bun, guitar, and he probably would also say, "What the fuck's football? I don't watch that shit." It's
yeah, I don't know anything about that.
But the Packers are holding firm. And here's the update. Jordan Love went from 7-on-7 to 11-on-11. And I think it was like in 10 throws. Do you want to hear the results?
What?
Sack, INT, and the other like 7 throws, 6 of them were checkdowns to running backs. He made one fucking throw in practice. He made one. And again, because I flamed the people. So there was a Facebook group, for those of you just listening. There was a Facebook group called AFC West Trash Talkers, and some fucking moron said Jordan Love will be a Hall of Famer and Justin Herbert won't, just because he's in a better organization. And I was like, yeah, that'd be true if it was like it was like Joe Burrow went to the Packers. But this is fuck Jordan Love, who will never even see the start. He won't start a game. And if he does, it'll be a fucking disaster. Guys, he can't. He's a second-year player who isn't good in practice. Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, and I only think give Tua credit because I mean, even though I don't think he was that amazing, he won games. Yeah, those 3 with no OTAs, with no preseason, looked. I mean, Tua won games, and Burrow and fucking Herbert look like franchise quarterbacks already. And you can't do well in practice. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's fucking pathetic.
Dude, against a defense you see every day. Jordan Love, what the fuck, bro? Hang up.
Oh, God.
So that's why, by the way, that's the only reason the Packers haven't traded Aaron Rodgers yet. They fucking know Jordan Love can't play.
Oh, of course.
All I'm going to say to that is welcome to the start of the Blake Bortles era in Green Bay, baby. Let's go.
God damn it.
You know where I think he should go? And this doesn't get talked about enough. And I don't think it would happen just because it's in college. I think he'd do really well on the Washington football team. I think he'd do really well there with like those receivers and that defense.
Yeah, I can see that.
To be honest, if I'm the Packers, man, you do whatever you can to make Aaron happy. Literally, go
Yeah.
trade for Julio Jones. You could afford it too. They could
Yeah,
probably move some
fucking
shit around. Go trade for Julio Jones. I hate talking about the situation. I know people in Green Bay aren't a particular fan of Aaron right now. It feels like they betrayed, but like every other team is just getting more and more stacked. And Green Bay is just like, we're good. We're getting that NFC champion. This is the same mentality the Chargers have. We want to be good enough. We want to make sure all our positions are decent, and we don't want to go for it.
right.
It's called risk reward, and I'm sorry, like the Packers have not been risking it at all. They've been playing it safe. Ooh, you got you re-signed. Why am I forgetting his name? Rate this podcast 5 stars. Who's the running back they fucking re-signed this year? Why am I forgetting his name? Why am I so bad?
I fucking hold on.
Hold
Okay,
on.
looking it up.
I'm literally looking it up because I'm a piece of shit. God, I really am. Aaron Jones. We re-signed Aaron Jones. The biggest no-brainer you could do. We re-signed Aaron Jones. But, at the same time, we let go of the number one fucking center in football. Thanks, guys, by the way, for that. What other moves did they make? Okay, listen, they're not going to sign free agents. It's Green Bay. No one wants to play in the middle of Wisconsin for fucking 270,000 drunk, fat, ignorant people. Sorry if you live in Green Bay. But if you live in Green Bay, you don't come off as particularly smart to me. There's other parts of Wisconsin that are better. Right? No one wants to play there. But you could trade. Julio's got to go. He's got to go play.
Right.
So, listen. Jordan Love can't play, and they're going to look real dumb. Okay? Even if they trade him later and, like, Aaron stumbles a little bit because he's learning a new system, long term, what's the solution, though? No one talks about this. What is the solution long term? You get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love can't play. What, like, do you trade him to the Raiders and get Derek Carr? They literally would have to trade into a team and get a quarterback.
I mean,
are they going to get Drew Lock? Is Drew Lock your fucking future? Because if you trade him to Denver, that's your future. If you trade him to Oakland, okay, they get Derek Carr. That'd be good, right? I think they could do well with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Really, you're running with Drew Lock or Tua, or if my Washington trade goes through, Ryan Fitzmagic.
Okay. I mean,
you're really rocking with that. By the way, if this was last year, I would love if the Chargers could have gotten Aaron, but I'm glad we drafted Justin Herbert. By the way, I've been seeing questions. Would you have rather the Chargers gotten Brady or drafted Herbert? Because the Chargers and the Bucs were the two teams most in competition. And I'm sorry, Chargers fans, I love Justin Herbert so much. I would have taken Brady and taken those 2 Super Bowls because you know he's going to win 2 or 3 more fucking Super Bowls.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Who the fuck wouldn't take Brady?
Apparently 30 other fucking teams because the Chargers and the Bucs were the only 2 teams that seriously pursued him. I'm like,
right,
you guys,
but like if that's
like, do you guys watch Peyton Manning? Peyton Manning did it. He went to 2 Super Bowls. Brady's going to go to 3 and win 2 of them. He's going to win this year and then lose next year to Justin Herbert. He's going to lose because Devontae Adams and Julio Jones is just too much for that Bucs defense.
Right.
But yeah, so that's a update for Discount Double Check. All right. I feel like all the NFL news is always Discount Double Check, Julio Jones, and then this guy. Tim Tebow apparently shined. Apparently, the 36. He's yoked. I'll give you that. He's a yoked guy. So Trevor Lawrence was praising him, saying, "Damn, this guy's really good. He's fucking like, yeah, he's a professional guy. He's in great shape. He's caught all these balls, no pun intended, and fucking just I don't know what I was going with there. I'm tired. But yeah." He apparently Tim Tebow has done very well. Top 5 tight end, Marissa. That's my question to you. Is he a top 5 fantasy tight end? I'm gonna pick him up off waivers as a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would think even in the fantasy spectrum.
I am going to play Tim Tebow week 1 as my fantasy tight end. He will be on my team. because they're gonna use the fuck out of him, right? They already went through all this trouble. Tim Tebow is gonna score at least. I'm telling you what he's gonna do week 1. He's gonna score. He's gonna score a touchdown, a 6-yard little fucking red zone touchdown, and he's gonna throw for 1. And people are gonna freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Florida people Jacksonville people will come in their pants because that's Tebow country. And then he will be irrelevant for the rest of the season because he actually might make the fucking team now. Like, I'm hearing this news, he might actually make the team.
Why are we doing this? Is so fucked up.
What if he's an elite? Like, can you mentally prepare if Tim Tebow's an elite tight end? Like, Marissa, look at me, because you're not gonna believe me when I say this. No. What if Tebow's better than Kittle? What if Tebow's better than fucking Kittle?
Fuck you.
What if wait, hear me out. What if Tebow goes 88 receptions, 1,500 yards, and like 8 fucking touchdowns?
Oh my god.
What if he takes the Jaguars to the fucking Super Bowl?
What a mess.
Fucking Atlanta's. Why'd we draft this bum Kyle Pitts? We could just sign Tebow.
Right. Oh god.
All jokes aside, good luck, Jacksonville. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's
all right, Marissa. Let's get to the baseball side. I'm a little sad. The Padres got swept by the Cubs last series.
The Giants are playing the Cubs right now.
Yeah, that's good luck. They're tough, man. The Cubs are good. We got to play them again in a few fucking. Let me check the score of the game right now. Actually, the Mets game.
I'm pretty sure the Giants are winning right now.
Padres are up 1-0 because Machado homered in the first. But anyway, so the Padres, they went from a really great stretch, and now I actually wouldn't even call it a rough stretch. I mean, they beat the Astros 2 out of 3. By the way, that Astros series was absolutely ridiculous, Marissa. The Astros blew 2 fucking leads. And I think all 3 games went to overtime. I'm not bullshitting. The Padres, I'm not bullshitting you, played legitimately 5 overtime games in a row. They played 5 extra inning games in a row. And in those 5 extra inning games, I think they won like 3 out of the they played 4 in a row. They won 3 out of the 4.
Okay, so they won the series.
So yeah. So in the first game, right? It was tied 2-2 going into extra innings, right? Then each team hit a run, right? They each got a run. Then in the 11th inning, this was the theme for the Astros. They just had breakdowns. The Padres scored 7 runs in an inning, the most they've ever scored in an inning this season, right? The next game, the Padres are down 3 runs going into the 9th inning. They blow the save. And then it's 1-1, 1-1, and then the Padres finally pull away and get 3 runs in the 12th, right?
It went to 12 innings. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Now, last game, unfortunately, the fucking Astros won, but they almost blew another lead because the Padres scored 3 runs in the last inning. Then they get swept by the Cubs, and then yesterday is when I want to bring this up. Tatis comes back into the lineup and hits his 17th home run. He is now tied for the major league record in home runs. So all I'm going to say is that contract was worth it. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's also the anniversary of the Tatis trade. And let me just say, the White Sox, y'all done fucked up. I mean, they're still pretty good. They're still a great team. But thank you, White Sox, because now the Padres have a fucking World Series. I don't think they have windows in baseball, right? There's no like window to win, right? You guys don't have rookie contracts.
No, there's still window. Obviously the Giants are currently not in there. Well, the Giants are not window.
They're playing pretty fucking good ball.
They're
playing good.
The Giants. Okay, so like 2 minutes ago when we first started talking about this, Jason Vossler hit a home run, and right now Lamonte Wade just hit a home run. So the Giants are currently leading 8-4, and they beat the Cubs yesterday. This is a 4-game series. This is 2. Things are looking good right now, so we'll see. But it's still pretty early. It's bottom.
The Cubs are a tough team. That's all I'm gonna say. They're good. Yeah, the Padres have to play.
Chris Bryant.
The Padres have played 2 division leaders back to back to back to back. We have a 4-game stretch against the Mets right now. And then we got a fucking 3-game stretch against the Cubs and another 3-game stretch against Did I just call them the fucking Nets? God damn it. The Mets
Sorry.
against the Mets. And then thankfully we calm down. We play the Rockies and the fucking Reds in back-to-back. So we get a little break after this stretch. But I hope we're healthy because after that we play the fucking Dodgers again. And that is much watch baseball. I will fight someone for tickets. We got to go to that series, by the way. Against the Dodgers, I'll bring Haley.
I was thinking about that. I believe like single game tickets are available for the rest of the Okay, so I'm looking. Yeah, there's a fucking 3-way tie for home run leaders right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So obviously Tatis is there, Guerrero Jr. is there, which Acuna Jr. is there. Those are all to be expected. I'm not surprised by that at all. That's crazy.
By the way, can you tell me about this guy on the Angels that's apparently the new fucking Babe Ruth? This dude who
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, who is this guy? Can you give me a little backstory?
Shohei Ohtani is one of the most when I think of exciting players now, that are like exciting players to watch. Tatis is definitely up there. Literally, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Ronald Acuna, Tatis, and fucking Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is a fucking beast. This man is like, it's so fucking cool. Like so obviously Angels are American League, so they don't have like fucking pitchers don't typically hit. And obviously I'm a very big advocate for anti-DH in the National League.
You're anti-DH?
I am. I very much. I've been for years. I think, you know what? Because it was implemented a little bit more last year because of Corona and shit and the changes and all that. I was a little bit more open to it, but I feel like I'm back on the train of I fucking love seeing pitchers hit. Because obviously 99% of the time it's a fucking easy out. But that 1% of the time when you can see this is especially like when Madison Bumgarner was so Giants and shit, like that was just so exciting to see. And now we're seeing Shohei Ohtani, and all of a sudden the fucking American fans are like, well, this is so fucking cool. It is cool. So, like, what's the deal? Like, why do you have a fucking DH then? But yeah, Shohei Ohtani is an absolute fucking beast. How many home runs does he have? He has something crazy too. I want to say he has like 15 or 16.
So he's what's his 15. Batting average? And does he just pitch, or does he play some infield, some outfield? Or is he just a pitcher who can also hit?
I believe he's basically just a pitcher that can also hit. But I'm trying to think. They must have him. I'm trying to see what they do with him.
I completely disagree with your DH take. Okay. Baseball is boring enough right now. Okay.
Right.
It's boring enough.
I understand the arguments for it, and it makes sense. And I'm not going to knock it for that because it genuinely makes sense. I feel
let's have the best players on the field. Let's have the best athletes.
Right. I'm just more biased because I saw a fucking amazing pitcher hit so well, and I know that's not the norm, but it's just so fucking cool to see. But I mean, with that being said, though, I fully believe the universal DH will be implemented in the next 3 years, probably max.
MLB takes their fucking sweet time with things, don't they? I'm telling you, listen, make it like basketball. Put 80 fucking games, condense the season, we don't need 162 games. Literally, there's no news right now. And I can't find you the fucking sports show talking about baseball. The only place talking about baseball is the Rich Eisen show. And they're just talking about how terrible it is right now. How there's all these no-hitters, how pitchers are cheating, they're putting shit on the ball. That's the only show even addressing baseball. Baseball does not get exciting until the postseason. So I think it'd be really good if they condensed it. I think games would matter more. I mean, I feel like people talk about NBA regular season more often than fucking MLB regular season.
Probably.
Okay, can we get out of Sorry, keep going.
I was just saying, yeah, that's definitely the upside and downside to right now. There's there's obviously been good players as of recent years, but I feel like this year in particular, there's a lot of just really exciting players that you want to watch, like the ones that I named. And I feel like that's honestly very good for baseball, especially like with Tatis and stuff. He just brings in like a younger crowd, and that's like what baseball needs. But then it's like, okay, those fans come in because they're interested and it looks fun, but then are they committing to a full season of following and watching baseball? Probably not. Because for a lot of people, I mean, I really don't think baseball is boring. I fucking love baseball, but like most people I think do. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to sit here and watch a fucking 3 hour game of basically nothing going on. And so I feel like a lot of people see it that way. So like, as much as I can appreciate it, I also can understand why a lot of people don't. And they need to do something because, yeah, again, these fans are being brought in by these exciting players, but for them to actually stick around and be long-term baseball fans and like committed to watching is like they're gonna switch to football, they're gonna switch to basketball, something way more fast-paced, and like baseball just can't keep them in.
I get they're losing revenue by like condensing the games. I feel like they like long term would be better. They'd probably get more viewers, and I would, honest to God, watch more baseball if there wasn't 162 fucking games. Like I will tune in, right? If the Padre game's on, I'll tune in, I'll listen, right? And if it's like a weekend and like I get a call like, hey, let's go watch the fucking game at a bar, I'll go watch a Padres game at a bar. And if they're playing the Dodgers or the fucking Giants, I'm there, right?
Right.
But they gotta find a way to make these games matter. Like the reason the NFL is so fucking big, every game matters. It's a 17 game schedule. And a win or a loss can determine your seeding in the playoffs, can determine if you get into the playoffs, can determine if you get fucking Trevor Lawrence. Like, look at the fucking Jets. One game, they lost Trevor Lawrence. They lost Trevor Lawrence in one fucking game.
It's crazy. But that's literally the difference is that like, and maybe people in the second half of the season start tuning in, but really, unless you're about to get into the playoffs or like obviously getting into the postseason, like you're not most people are not fully paying attention, and like it sucks because there are a lot of exciting things that go on, but I get there is and there isn't. Like there are moments where if you're really watching, you'll see it. But like it's not always like, oh, it's like a highlight of the week, like there's very few of that. And like especially with the amount of no-hitters going on right now, like it's a lot. And I've actually been like researching a lot about like, like why is this happening? Like what the fuck is going on? And it's a lot of it has to do with like the shift and shit too, which a lot of people want banned. I can see both sides of that, but basically the thought is that because the shift is so heavily used now, it's like, players aren't or hitters aren't getting that chance to get on base because of the shift. But I'm like, okay, I don't know, like do better. I don't know. Like I'm torn on it, but there's a lot of reasons why there are no hitters happening more now, but it like takes away from like, like I don't know, like the appreciation for it because it's happening every fucking day. It's like, okay, this isn't even that cool anymore. Like,
fucking, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's like, one of the exciting things of baseball isn't even that exciting anymore because it's fucking every day. So it's, changes need to fucking happen because people aren't going to stick around, and it's sad.
Yeah,
I love baseball,
it is. But I do fucking love baseball, especially going to a game. Games are really fun. I need to get a ticket before. I want to watch them before they play. I might get a ticket to this fucking Mets series. I think they play on Sunday. I might try to skip. I don't know when they go. Actually, I don't think they go full till the 5th. Actually, they might be full now. Now.
Let's get a fucking suite.
I'm not getting. Yo, who do you think? Listen, Linda. You gotta understand something, okay? I got my 6 month, right? I got the gift for that, and then I got dinner, and then we're going camping, right? That's all gonna cost.
Part of your month. Your 6 month, you get her tickets.
She will slap me.
Dodger game.
She will slap me.
It is sweet, but also I'm there.
You will punch her halfway through. She can't name a Dodger player. I am not lying. She assists. She's a Dodger fan. She can't name one fucking Dodger. Not Mookie Betts. Not Clayton Kershaw. Not Trevor Bauer. Can't name one fucking Dodger.
I appreciate the passion though. She really is passionate about it. I can appreciate that, but fuck LA.
Yeah, fuck LA. By the way, let's go. This is gonna replace the fun bullshit ending. This is just me smiling happy because I fucking hate LA. And the fucking Lakers are out the playoffs, bitch. Shout out to my family in Arizona. They are absolutely ecstatic that the Phoenix. By the way, Chris Paul should have won MVP. Okay, I don't watch much basketball, but the Phoenix Suns. I even know the Phoenix Suns have been irrelevant for fuck all so many years. So shout out Devin Booker and Chris Paul. That's his name, Devin Booker, who scored like 47 points against them. So Lakers, bye bye. LeBron James. Go promote Space Jam. Fucking Anthony Davis. Go try to rehab, bitch. Sit down. And even the Clippers are about to get eliminated, too. I mean, they're up on the Mavs right now, but if they lose tonight, they're out. And the Dodgers are in third place. Guys,
love to
it's
see
a great time to hate LA. Unless it's football season. Then we can love it. Because I fuck with the Rams. And then obviously my Chargers.
Yeah. Just quick side note for anybody that's watching. This fuck LA banner was already here. I didn't just make that. That was already in here.
It's been there. We always say that.
Yeah, you've used it before.
See, I hate going to Padres games and they're like, beat LA. It's like, come on, you know what we really want to say. You know what we really want to say. Fuck LA. By the way, the Dodgers should change their name to the LA Homeless. Let's go. I'd be so down. And they all and like their uniforms just are cut like the designs like trash and shit and fucking dirty needles. Let's do this. Let's make it happen, folks.
Oh Christ.
So yeah, I'm just happy, man. You know what? NBA basketball, since I'm rooting for the Phoenix Suns. I want Chris Paul to win it all. He should have won MVP. I mean, that team was literally irrelevant. I think it's either going to be the Bucks. I do watch a little bit of basketball. I think it's going to be the Bucks or it's going to be the fucking Suns. I don't have a basketball team, so I just like watching good basketball.
I was just going to ask, do you have a basketball team? Okay.
But you know what? I might actually. I'm going to watch the fucking Bucks and Nets. That's going to be a great fucking series.
Yeah.
The Bucks, Giannis versus that fucking team. I think the Bucks are going to tear them apart though, because they can't defend bigs very well. What's with that heavy sigh?
I was just thinking, like,
you were going through some things.
Yeah, I was just, as you were saying that, I was just thinking about how, like, mentally, like, since the Warriors are out now, I just kind of, like, mentally checked out of basketball. But I love basketball. Basketball is so exciting to watch. It doesn't matter who the fuck is playing. It's just always exciting. I mean, especially during the playoffs and shit.
Crazy theory here.
Okay.
What if the Warriors went out and got Kawhi Leonard?
Dude.
They need another star. Was Clay hurt again this year?
Yeah.
Is that why they weren't like good? Because Clay was out?
That's the reason. I miss Clay. I call him Clay Bay. I miss Clay Bay so fucking much. But yeah, if Kawhi came to fucking the fucking Bay, he's so excited. I love Kawhi.
If Kawhi loses, if Kawhi loses this fucking first series against the fucking Dallas Mavs, which they tanked to get them, he's there. That building's done. Everyone's getting fired. Like they're throwing out the fucking chairs.
You know what? I'm not gonna get into details, but now that we're on the subject, I thought that you would like to know. A couple years back, or a few years back, I guess, I fling a situationship with one of Kawhi's old teammates here.
No.
And he was actually
Aztecs?
Yeah, but he was actually quoted. Do you remember when was it a couple years ago that Kawhi was anyways, there was an article that came out in The Athletic, and it was like everybody it was like kind of widely talked about because everybody was fucking like all of his teammates were clowning on him about being a fucking robot and like all that. Anyways, he was one of the players that was quoted in that article. So very in fact, but yeah,
wait,
he actually just recently hit me up.
Did you fuck with him while he was on the fucking basketball team at SDSU?
No. This was recent. No, this was afterwards. But yeah, it was a thing. They're homies. But yeah, Just little fun.
That was such a flex. Yeah, I fucked with one of Kawhi's teammates. You know, the team that went to the Sweet 16. You know,
Yeah,
I really can't say I associated like that in that way with it. I'm saying it in this way because my girlfriend she doesn't listen to this one, but she might. I've never associated with anyone like fucking famous or even like with like a lot of views on anything. I feel like that's a female thing. Guys aren't like, yeah, I clapped the #1 volleyball chick in America. Like, that's not a flag.
I know, who fucking cares?
Like, you literally the fuck like Serena Williams or some shit. Like a really famous, like,
yeah.
Or you'd have to clap the lesbian on the fucking U.S. soccer team.
God, no.
That's the only way you can do it. You'd have to like. I'm trying to think of like famous like female athletes, and I'm just like, yeah, it's like soccer, like tennis, like not really a lot of WNBA stars. And then if you fuck like a famous boxer chick, like if you're a girl and you're like, yeah, I fucked Khabib, you're like, oh shit, really? You clapped Khabib? But if I'm like, I guess Ronda Rousey, you'd get some clout. But like if you said you fucked Amanda Nunes, you're like, oh, like is your butt okay? Because you know that girl would peg you. You know that girl likes pegging. Like, what? You are you all right? Do you need a doctor?
Yeah. Do you need help finding a therapist? Or like, are you good?
This is the real sexism right here. You don't get clout for clapping a female athlete, except, like I said, they got to be really famous. It's got to be like one of the Serenas or like I think if you clapped Ronda Rousey, you get a lot of fucking clout for Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. This is something I've never even thought of, but I feel like we just uncovered something because this is so true. I'd never thought about it that way.
Like if you clap the chick who won the Olympics and just who's the chick that won the Olympics in gymnastics? I'm trying to remember her name.
Simone Biles.
Yeah, if you like, it's like, like really, because like they have to put their bodies in such a like hard like because they're professionals, right? They got to like really push themselves. And it doesn't look great. But guys, I feel like unless you're like a fucking power lifter, most guys look good if they're professional athletes, right? Because they're shredded, they got abs, they're muscular. Yeah. Even if they got a weird face.
Yeah, they look like conventionally good. Where like like an Olympian looks like an athlete. But it's different.
But women look weird though when they're really like they're stringy and like they're too fucking muscular. And it's like if a woman's got traps, it's like, oh, so uncomfortable. She got traps.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna beat your ass.
No, don't get me wrong. There's probably some sexy ass like you. Nah, if it was like a girl and like she's hot and she's like a
you're
UFC
treading
fighter,
you're on thin ice right now.
I know. I'm gonna get a text from my girlfriend. She's just happy, like, what the fuck? It was our 6 months. I'm not saying I'm going to. Okay,
right.
The only way I would clap a UFC fighter is if my girlfriend started picking up the gloves right now, and I don't want that. I don't want that. She's going to get more testosterone from weightlifting, and she's gonna peg me. She's gonna be strong enough to do so too.
You're gonna get the "we need to talk" text.
She could beat the fuck out of me too if she was a UFC fighter, and she gets pissed at me a lot, so that's not good. I don't need a bitch that can knock me out, you know? All right, Marissa, we've had our fun. Let's wrap this bitch up. Hopefully there's a trade that happens in the next week. Hopefully there's some NBA. So. I'm down to talk a little more NBA. We're in the playoffs. I can pay attention to some NBA playoffs.
Same. All right.
So anyway, this has been the Double Take Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also don't forget play that fucking Barry White, boys. Play that Barry White while you're seducing that lesbian from the U.S. soccer team.
Jesus Christ, no!